Now remember that all these our patterns are on fold, okay? So I cut them out on fold. This is the front part, and we'll be opening it up like so. The second layer, I open it up like so, okay? Now the third one, I open it up like so. Now the last one, which is the orange color, I open it up like so, okay? So can you see? If you're welcome back to this channel. How I wish I could show this lady's face, but because of copyright claim, I can't show people's faces without their consent. Okay, so I won't be showing the face, but the lady is a beautiful lady. They're very beautiful. Skin is even skinning like mad, and look at what she's wearing. Very beautiful, looking like an angel. So for this tutorial, we are making a Caribbean gown today, and guys, this gown is given. Yeah, the gown is gowning. In fact, the combination of the material is something else. This is called pinging, color blocking, okay? So you can choose your own color. You can imagine someone combining black, white and red, okay? But there's a particular material for this style. I've forgotten what they call it. I think it's called gabardine. Okay, it's called gabardine because it's not shiny. It's just like that. You understand? I think I'll go to the market today. I'll buy material and I'll attach it to this video for you to see the material that is used for this. It's actually very beautiful. So this gown today, as usual, we'll be making our pattern. Okay, so this gown is called the Caribbean gown, and why I needed to do tutorial on this gown is, you know, most times you see a style and you look at it and you think that okay, as then cut and so you're supposed to cut your own. If you do not know the nooks and crannies and the little tits and bits you are going to do, you will cut your own. This gown, this same gown where you see where this lady they rock like this, you'll be looking like masquerade inside it because it will be too big, too fluffy. So there's a particular measurement for it, and that's why I'm making this tutorial. Our pattern, like always, okay? We can see that from the neckline is 3 by 3, but you can come in a little so that it will lap on the neck the way it is. So I want to make my own 2.75 by 2.75, okay? So I'm marking my neckline, which is 2.75 here, okay? If you make it 3 inches, the normal standard measurement, if you make it 3 inches, it will not lap the way it's lapping now, okay? So you can just remove like 2.5 inch and you'll be fine. Now I'm marking my shoulder point, and then I'm going to be marking my shoulder point again here. Then I'm going to connect, okay? And then I'm going to also connect this way, okay? Now from the neckline I marked, I'll be coming down by 1 inch. Yeah, sorry, I'll be coming down by 1 inch, okay? Now I have to hold on because I need to mark my bust line, okay? I need to mark my bust line, I need to mark my waistline, okay? And then I need to mark my hip line, okay? And I need to mark my hemline, okay? So when marking this thing, make sure that yours is your gown is short. If it's short, that's where it's more beautiful. But if it's very long, you can make it actually very long anyway. It can go, but let it not be longer than below the knee line, except you want to just make the long Caribbean gown. If you want to make the long Caribbean gown, it's still same pattern, okay? So you just look at what I did here and transform your own. This is just 3 steps, but you can make your own as high as 5 steps, 6 steps. It depends on you, okay? So now I'm going to be coming down by 2.5 inches so that I can connect my neckline, okay? So I can connect my neckline, okay? So I mark my bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches, and I mark it here. I mark it here, okay? Now I'll be marking my waist divided by 4 plus 2 inches, and I mark it here. Then the waistline, the hip line, divided by 4 plus 2 inches. I mark it here. Then whatever I got here is what I'm bringing down here. Okay, so I'm having something that will go this way. Okay, something that will go this way. Okay, now I can now connect my my armhole. Okay, this is the back armhole now, and I'm coming out by 1/2 inch for the front armhole, and then I'm coming in this way. Okay, so, and this is my neckline. Now the back neckline does not have any issue. It's still our normal 1 inch coming down. Will come down by 1 inch, and that is basically it, right? We don't need that for this particular tutorial, so we are going to be cutting it out now, and then you mark it out. Mark this the back. Okay, so, and we now also mark this. We now also cut out the front pattern, the armhole and the neckline. Okay, and we mark this the front pattern. Now coming to this place, now we are going to be marking this bust line. Okay, we are going to be marking on this back pattern. We are going to be marking these places so that they have to match. Okay, we are going to be marking these places so that they have to match. Okay, and then you connect. Okay, you connect it. Okay, you connect it. Now this is for this. Okay, now if you look at this picture, the upper part is not pleated, so we do not have any problem with the upper part. So if you look at it very well, you will see that that part came down like almost midway the armhole. Okay, it came down almost midway of the armhole. Okay, so this is the midway of the armhole, and then we'll be ruling it out. Midway of the armhole, then we have to rule it out. Okay, we place our ruler. Okay, and we rule it out. Okay, and we call this the front pattern. We label it front pattern, and we cut it out, and we set it aside. Okay, we still label this the front pattern. Now, okay, we are going to be placing it on a totally different pattern paper, and we'll be extending these lines. This our material, this our gown, this down part will be divided into 3. So what you will do, so that you will get equal measurement, is to measure from here. Is to measure from here to here and divide it by 3. I want to assume that is 9, okay, so that it will be easy for us to calculate. But on your own material, fabric, please do the correct thing. But for here, I want to assume that this is 9 inches, okay. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. We will now be marking this place is the first 3. This place is the second 3. Do you understand what I mean now? So I'm going to be ruling it. But you know, when marking on your own pattern, okay, when marking on your own pattern, you mark here and mark here so that your line will be straight. Okay, so this is my own. Okay, now we are ignoring this one, we are ignoring this one. Okay, so this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3. we are going to put it on another pattern paper. When we put it on this pattern paper, we will now determine how we want to expand the portions. Okay, we now determine how we want the portions to be expanded. Now, whatever measurement you are going to be using, okay, that's what you are going to use for all of them. I'm coming, you are going to understand. Now, we now have first part, second part, and third part. Now, I'm saying we are going to be expanding this part. That is what, when we gather it, it will now form the ruffles. Now, whatever we do on this particular portion is also applicable to the back side. So whatever we do on this front should be exactly what we are going to be doing on the back. Okay, it should be exactly what we'll be doing on the back. So gown will be equal. If you make the front part wider than the back pattern, there's a problem. If the back pattern is wider than the front pattern, there's a problem. Now, coming to the portions 1, 2, 3, okay, the same length you extended for this one is what you will extend for this one, is what you will extend for this one. Okay, so let's start now. Now, this is our pattern. I want to extend this one by, and when you are extending, the mistake people tend to make is when you are gathering, you know, when you gather this one, you will use that length to gather this one, and you now gather this one. You find out that by the time you get to this last one, your gown is already very wide. Okay, so that means you should be economical in the number of inches you add. So like in this one now, for an average adult, for the first one, I will say make it 2 inches. 2 inches because this gown is on fold. Okay, that means what I'm adding for the front is 4 inches, and what I'm adding for the back again is 4 inches. So on this particular portion, I added 18 inches. Anything outside of these 2 inches will make that gown to be very big. Now you will add 2 inches to this, and whatever you got from here, you will still add 2 inches to it again here, and whatever you got from here, you will still add 2 inches again to it here. Let's go ahead so that you will understand what I mean. So this is like, this is my 2 inches. Let me be sure that this space can contain 6 inches. Okay, please pin the pattern down. Pin it down so it will not be moving. You will have to pin it down so it won't be moving. Okay. So I will now extend this line like so. Okay, and I will now come down like so. If you do not want, if I'm the one making this gown, I can easily plot this on my fabric, so I won't be needing pattern paper. But I'm using pattern paper here so that we can see clearly. You can see I've increased this by 2 inches, right? That means all these ones are now still going to be on this level, on these 2 inches. All of them will be increased by 2 inches. I will increase this one again, this line again, by 2 inches. I will place my tape rule and measure 2 inches. Now I will place my ruler and still extend this line to that 2 inches. Extend this one to that 2 inches, and then I will rule it this way. Okay, I will still extend this last one to the same 2 inches, and I come down. Now I will increase this one again by 2 inches, and I'm having it right here. Okay, and this is it. Now I will mark all round. So I will mark this one number 1 block, number 2 block and number 3 block. Okay, then I will go ahead to cut it out. So you can see our gown. Okay, so this is black, this is white, and this is red. Okay, this is the front part where it was cut out. Okay, this is the front part where it was cut out. Now we will still use this one so as to get the correct measurement of the back that you are going to be cutting. Okay, this is my pattern. I place it on the back side. Okay, I place it on the back side to be able to cut out the back. We can discard this one because we already have the front pattern. We discard this one. Now this is the back. Okay, and we set it aside. Now we will cut a black material. Already this is a black material. We will cut a black material. We will cut a white material this length. We will cut a red material this length. Then we place it, and then this is my top part of the gown. Okay, now we are going to be pleating all these ones to be this size. Okay, then we are done with these two. We are going to pleat all these ones to be this size. Okay, then we are done with this one. We are now going to pleat all these ones to this one, and then you are fine. The reason being that if you do it this way, okay, if you do it this way, you will find out that the ruffle, the gathering will not be much, and it will still show the shape of the person. But if you make the gathering to be much, your cloth, your gown becomes bulky. Okay, but like this, the gown will not be bulky. The gown will just lap on the person's body. Now you are going to, when you are done for the back, the same thing you did for the front, you also do for the back. You will cut out this one as a black color. You will still use this particular pattern for the back and cut out exactly this length. Pleat it to be exactly this length here. Now you go ahead again and cut out this one white and pleat this one here to be exactly this length here. Now you go ahead and cut out this one again, pleat it to be exactly this one here, and we are done. So we set this aside so that we can work on the sleeve. Now this is the back pattern. Remember that this back has a button, so that it's either you apply button or you apply small zip. But I think I like to make a button, or you make a loop, something you can just tie. It's part of the style. So we are done with this one, but the front is okay. The front you are just going to turn with bias, or you can turn with this particular material, but if you don't have the material to waste, just use bias to turn it, and you are done with it. Now we are going to be plotting out our pattern for the sleeve. Okay, we are going to be leaving up to 4 inches, or let's say 3 inches here. Okay, now this is my sleeve. Then I mark my cap's height, which is 4 inches. Okay, and then I mark my sleeve length, which is it's supposed to be 10 inches, but I'll be adding extra 3 inches below, because I want the gathering, when I apply the elastic, I want the gather, by the time the gather packs up, it will not short 10 inches. So make it like 3 inches, and I'm coming down by 3 inches around here. Okay, now I will apply my armhole depth, which is here. Okay, now I will now bring down my, and I will just draw with a free hand my sleeve. Okay, now we are done. Whatever we got here, we are going to be making it ×3. That is what gives that balloon sleeve. Okay, now you are going to start from here. Okay, you start from here. Just use your free hand. make it very bold, very bold, very bold. Okay, make it very bold, and you bring it down. Okay, now when you cut this out, it's just a guide. This is my normal sleeve, but it's just a guide to guide me. Now I'm going to be pleating all here to enter, and then I join here, then I bend. You can as well add your allowance to it, so that when you bend, you pass your elastic from it. So by the time you pleat all this one to enter this place, it will create that ruffle that you are seeing on that sleeve. So guys, you can see it's, I have to turn on the generator. We are back once more. So now, before now, I have already cut out. These are the patterns we got. The only thing that is going to be different from the front and back is this one. The shape of the back is different, so you are going to be cutting out this blue on a black. Now I don't have black material, that's why I used what I have. Now for the black I used blue, for the white I used sky blue, for the red I used orange color. Now remember that all these our patterns are on fold. Okay, so I cut them out on fold. This is the front part, and we'll be opening it up like so. The second layer, I open it up like so. Okay, now the third one, I open it up like so. Now the last one, which is the orange color, I open it up like so. Okay, so can you see? So what we are going to be doing is, you will first of all either use your gather stitch to gather, or you use your needle, okay, and gather perfectly so that this level becomes exactly this length. Can you see? Now you gather this one again. Okay, you gather this one again, you gather it either with your stitch or on your machine, or you use your needle. Okay, you gather it, and as you can see, okay, this is what you are going to get. Okay, you can see you gather it. Now this is for the orange. Now you gather it again, you gather it again, you gather it, you keep gathering, you keep gathering, you keep gathering, you keep gathering, you keep gathering. Okay, so can you see we have gotten our, now exactly what you cut for the front from here to here is what you are going to be cutting for the back. Okay, the only thing that will be different is here. Now on the back, you are for the neckline, you use bias to turn it. Just save yourself the stress, use bias to turn it. Okay, you are going to be using bias to turn it. Now there are two methods of joining these layers. So is either you hem this area, okay, just hem it down and just place it on this one and you sew it, or according to the picture we have, you are going to join it, as in place this one like this and sew, then you turn. Also do the same thing to here, or do the same thing to here, or you pleat and sew on each other. Okay, you pleat and okay, you pleat and you sew on each other like so. Okay, you pleat and sew on each other like so. Okay, yours will be finer than this one. Okay, you pleat and sew on each other like so. Okay, so you can see even without sewing, our gown has formed. Okay, you can see. Now remember that you are stitching by 2 inches from the armhole. This is the armhole. I hope you are aware. The armhole went this way, the armhole went this way. Okay, now when you get here, you are going to remember that you added 2 inches sewing allowance down. This is it for the body, and we remove it. Okay, now we come to the sleeve. I was already working on the sleeve before the light went off. Okay, so now there are two ways of making this sleeve that you are seeing. So when you cut your sleeve, when you cut it out, notch it so that you will, when you open it up, you will know the center. Okay, so that when you open it up, you will know the center. So like this, this is, let me set this aside. You can get the center correctly. Okay, what you are going to do is keep pleating here, keep pleating here, keep pleating here, keep pleating this, keep pleating this. Okay, keep pleating it until it gets to this size. Okay, that you can sew this on this place. Okay, that you can attach this until this length becomes the length of here to here. Okay, so that by the time you have already joined all your bodies, this is my bodies, by the time I already joined my bodies, okay, so that by the time I join my bodies, remember we gathered it, we gathered it, we gathered it, we gathered it like so. Okay, we gathered it like so. So this is our armhole now. So you are going to pleat this place until it enters here. That is what is going to cause the ruffles. Then you go ahead to attach your elastic by this side and make it to become this length. Okay, but if you don't want to stress yourself this way, you have cut out the main bogus sleeve. Now you are going to cut out the actual sleeve size. This is the actual sleeve size. Now what you are going to be doing is, okay, this is the center. Now this is the center. You keep pleating this, pleating this, pleating this, pleating this until it enters here. Can you see? Okay, you keep pleating it until it enters there. Now you keep pleating this area too. You keep pleating this area, you keep pleating this area, you keep it until it enters here. Can you see? Your sleeve is forming. Then you take this side. Before you do that, okay, before you do that, you will also pleat this area. Okay, you pleat this area to this side and turn it before you start pleating on this area. Okay, because this area, the joining on the shoulder will hide the stitches, but we don't want to see this joining, so you are going to be stitching on this one first. When you stitch on this one, as in when you pleat to this, to the hemline of the sleeve, this way, okay, you are going to be pleating to the hemline, pleat, 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 before you turn it this way. Okay, so when you turn it this way, you have hidden the stitches here. Okay, now before you start pleating to this side, pleating to this side, pleating to this side, now you join to your main bodies, and that'll be all, guys. Thank you for this particular style. Does not need elastic. Okay, this particular style does not need elastic. Where you cut out the main basic sleeve, then this bogus one will be pleated on it. Now when you are pleating, we don't want to see stitches around here. Okay, we don't want to see stitches, so you are going to pleat on this particular one. You turn it. By turning it, you have hidden whatever you did here. Okay, this side will now be looking this way. Let me show you how it will look like. Okay, it will now be looking like so. Okay, because you have turned it, but you are going to pleat it. As you can see, is wide, so you will pleat it. Okay, pleat it and make sure it joins here. Okay, now you turn it and now pleat it. Don't mind about this place whether the pleating showed here. Don't mind, because we are going to be using this one to join the shoulder, so the joining at the shoulder will hide this pleat. Okay, but make sure that as you are pleating, that the center matches with the center. Okay, so that your pleating will not go one side. Okay, if possible, let this pleat itself gather more on this area. Okay, then you join to your bodies, and that will be all for it. So guys, let's go straight to the next tutorial. See you guys in the next tutorial. God bless you.